first thing we have to do, Finn, when we get off the highway here onto this exit is we have to pay a toll. And the toll is paid through a little device that's stuck to my windshield that automatically pays as I go through the toll booth. And you see a little light that shows a big green, just like a green stoplight. And that means I paid my toll. See, watch. There it is. It said thank you on it. That means I paid my toll. Now you can see all the buildings over there. It's the big skyscrapers, the big city. That's where I'm heading. To show you some close up. First I have to get off this ramp. So down here I'm going to take a right. This leads towards where my office is, in Cambridge and Somerville. That's what the sign says. I got to get over to the right here, look behind me, make sure it's safe. Get behind these folks. And we're all waiting for the traffic light. And here we go. Getting the correct lane here. And we have to go up over this little bridge here and get onto a road called Memorial Drive. And Memorial Drive is the road that I get on to get closer to my office. And you can see as we get closer to Memorial Drive, there are bigger buildings, Finn, like the one right there to our right. And we take a right here, and this is Memorial Drive, but I have to stop because the stoplight is red now. Oh, it's a green light. Time to go. Okay, this guy's going very slow. There we go. Now we go up here. We have to take a left on a street called Vassar Street. That street will lead directly to Broadway. And when you take a right on Broadway Street, you go right by Daddy's work. And then Daddy goes by the work because he needs to find a parking spot. And you can't park on the street like you can in Worcester. You have to go to a parking garage in Boston. And up here we're going to cross over a very old bridge. Big skyscrapers, Finn. There's the John Hancock and the Prudential Center and a bunch over there to the right. I'm in the middle of the city now, Finn. I'm taking a left. Of course, I was talking, so so I missed my official left, but that's okay. Here we are. This is Vassar Street. Daddy just made a little detour on Amesbury Street. So I'll take a right here on Vassar, and we'll be right back on target, buddy. And there's all the big skyscrapers again. Couple of them anyways. There's a big crane on the one way up ahead of us. That's something that they used to lift big things called girders that they put on the buildings, Finn. And this building right to our left here, it's got all these colors on it, Finn. All the squares are colored. That's I think that's part of MIT. And it's got all these colors that are really cool when you look at it from the side. Of course, it could be another building. I kind of doubt it's MIT, but no, it does. Simmons Hall. So it belongs to a school. I'm not sure which one. big bike trail here on the right, and you see a guy on a bike going right by us, Finn. In Cambridge, because there's so many cars, it's not safe for people to ride bikes in the street, so they make bike trails for them so they can ride their bikes. Oh dear. I goofed. Sorry. Daddy shouldn't have done that. There we go. Usually we don't have so many problems getting into the city, Finn, but Daddy's distracted. It's just a lot going on. Big meeting today. Okay, so here we go. So we're going to cross over Main Street, and then our next right is going to be Broadway. Nice of that cabbie to put on his emergency, so I knew he was parking. Thank you very much, Mr. Cabbie. So this is Main Street, and you can see there's a bunch of buildings, and there's that big crane right in front of us, Finn, if you look up. If you can see that. I think you can. Yeah, you can. You can see that nice in the camera. Okay. And now we go. Go past. Normally I would take a right here, Finn, because this is where the parking is right next to Daddy's office. But I'm going to some parking that costs $15 an hour, $15 an hour less than that parking. So since I'm not in a hurry to get into a meeting, and I don't have to hit the facilities, which is usually what happens to me at 6:30 in the morning or 7 in the morning by the time I get here, I'm going to go to the other garage. So this is Broadway Street we're on right now. Daddy's office is right there on the right. And all these big buildings in front of us. That's Starbucks on the right there. So we're going to keep going up. We're going to take a left on 3rd Street, and then we're going to take our second right, which I believe leads to the parking garage. Here we go, green light. So, this next set of lights, I believe, is 3rd Street. Got to yield for pedestrians to let them go by. That's the law, and you want to be polite and nice to pedestrians. So this is 3rd Street up here. We're going to take a left on this street. Yeah, and I've walked around here, Finn, in the summer, in the spring and the summer, working at Acoma. I've walked around 3rd Street and 2nd Street and 1st Street, making my way over to the Cambridge Galleria, which is a big mall, kind of like the mall we go to, Finn, with the duck toy. Okay, green arrow to the left means go. So we're going to go. Just going to be careful of pedestrians. go right here, if they'll let me do that. What are you doing? Are you serious? Yeah, Finn, some people just don't know how to drive in the big city.
Okay, now I take a ticket to lift the gate and I go park my car.